Late Night Choreographers started as part of Tempo Dance Festival 2003, and it was originally conceived as just a late night add-on to Vacuum Pact's The Lens.
And we were like, oh, it'd be really good to be able to support some other choreographers and dancers and have like a show after hours, like a later night show.
It's become, I think, a proving ground and an experimentation place for people.
It's an experience platform in a sense. It provides both choreographers and dancers the opportunity to create work and perform in someone's work without the pressures of dealing with production, lighting, publicity.
So as a choreographer, I can present my work in late night and not have to worry about so much, not have to worry about so many things.
Being so new out of university and completely unknown, to be able to go and make a work where a lot of the scarier elements are taken care of.
I was a bit nervous about making my own work and putting something out there, but Late Night Choreographers really gave me the impetus and the platform to do that.
You know, the late night crew do a really good job, and for hardly any money.
Charlotte Rose on sound, has been working for around 20 years.
I like working with the crew and you guys, and I really like the dance. I'm just really enthusiastic about supporting dance.
Pretty much every person's sound of the show has sounded really great.
My name's Caleb Marshall and I am lighting technician.
Caleb is something of a mad inventor. He likes to build small electronic devices and such like. Many times I'd say to Caleb, oh, we've got this problem, how could we do it? And he'll just say, I'll make it. Dave is a consummate professional. He's exceptionally good at people. If we didn't have Dave confirmed to be on this show, the 2006 season is unlikely to have happened, simply because Dave is the most reliable, diligent, hard-working and honest practitioner I've ever had the privilege of working with.
Finding work as a freelance dancer has had its challenges. There's no regular income guaranteed, and you might get a gig, say 2 good gigs in a month, and figure out the rest for yourself.
I started performing at a really young age, and then just begged to go to ballet when I was 6. So I did ballet training, classical ballet for I think 10, 11 years. It was my main focus, but while I was dancing, I was also doing lots of theatre as well.
For me, dance really started with clubbing, going out, having a good time, parties, and then I found capoeira, which really integrated the worlds of dance and expression and theatre.
When I was 12, just before I moved to New Zealand, I did a project with Diversions in Wales, which has pretty much stuck with me my whole life. And that's what made me want to continue to dance, I suppose.
When we take dance in its raw form, which is almost like a biological imperative, and we house it in the conventions of theatre, we get some very, very interesting distortions. Without wanting to sound facetious, I think the thing that interests me about dance the most is the act of dancing itself, and that the act of dancing has to make sense.
My name is Lucy Miles and my piece is called Lucifer, Bringer of Light.
I'm Julia Sadler, and my work in Late Night Choreographers is Moth.
My name is Christian Larson. The title of my work is Open-End Closure.
My name's Adrian Smith. I choreographed The Silence of the Ducks, initially for the Disruptive Studio on K Road, it's now been included in the Best of LNC season.
For me, it's just kind of a moving design, literally, quite literally. Sometimes you can see things, sometimes you can't, sometimes things are plainly visible, sometimes they're blurred. So for me, that was the initial thing, how I started. There was no light, so I went and bought lights.
I wanted the nature of the piece to reflect something of the relationship between two guys and all the facets and ups and downs and that can come with that.
It integrated humour, pulp media references, and such a kaleidoscope of things that we can relate to so heavily in our modern life.
It was important to me that it incorporated facets of my own personality, sense of humour, and had a surreality about it to reflect your own inner demons that you might have, and for it not always to have to be a heavy and serious affair.
I think it's really good for the younger practitioners to have an established choreographer such as Christian.
The audience perceives a solo, but for me it's a duet. This particular one is the dialogue between movement and sound, lighting operator, designer and dancer. Improvisation is part of that, but it's not composing in real time. It's about negotiating how you feel on a given day in order to reproduce the same thing.
So Moth is a dance work, about a 15-minute dance work which explores light and the attraction between the dancers and the light.
Her work is meticulous, choreographically highly complex.
There's the physicality of dance, which is one element that I can get into, like how you do something, how the body arranges itself and the dynamics and everything like that. But when it comes to making my work, I guess I'm still a bit old school, like I kind of teach material and it's about getting it right. I know exactly how I want it and exactly what I want it to look like.
Everything I do is really, it's equation based. By that I mean that I take the equations and I generate the movement on stage and I choose and make decisions as to how things go as I go. And that's something I call real-time composition. So what I'm doing is composing a new dance every time I step on stage, and if I step on stage for 12 minutes, it takes me 12 minutes to make that piece of performance right there.
It takes out a lot of the extra work that choreographers and dancers shouldn't have to do all on their own.
LNC has become a place where people can come and do what they want to do without worrying about what they have to do.
Nothing was ever imposed on me as to what I should be, or what I have to be, or what my dancers have to do.
Late night choreographers obviously has been really beneficial, I feel, for the dance community, to allow dancers and choreographers to get stuff out there without the risk of putting their neck on the line, as it were, in a financial capacity.